And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Yes, 5 o'clock p.m. almost, Saturday. We got January 31st. The first month of 2026 is officially over. We're going to be going over fundamental news like we always do. I'm going to show you the connections, the facts, who's related to who's using what crypto's involved. You can choose to buy them or not. It's your choice. I don't have a timeline. I don't know when this stuff takes off. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll just keep making these fucking programs until then. Sooner or later, we all know where this ends. I've been doing this 5.5 years, coming up in March and coming up in May. It'll be 6 years of making Crypto Hulk. It happens when it happens. And that's it. I was talking to a brand new $500 person today, kind of getting to know him and stuff. Family's close to my age. He's going to be putting some of his crypto when it's all said and done in these Roth IRA things. And it's kind of interesting. So let me go ahead and get this started here. Okay, we're going to put user in a timeout for 30 minutes. There we go. My name is Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about XRP. I don't know anything about investment funds. What I do know is how to get high: heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines, opium, LSD. I take them all, snort them, inject them, eat them, everything you can imagine. And I do that every day. Nothing on this show is nowhere in this universe financial advice or crypto advice. There you go. Everybody should be 18 and up, and I'm so fucking high, and that's how the program goes. So let us start. Now, we noticed what I wanted to get into here is New Bank. Let me show you the article. NU Bank. This thing is totally Ripple and governments mixed in and all that stuff. There's that article there. I got to check my phone because I think there's another crypto involved in this. Give me uno momento. Let me check that wallet. Kima. Got that Kima. LA coin. That's the one. Okay. LA coin. Latin America Caribbean coin. I'll tell you. So here's your article here. Let me start off by giving you a little introduction on this before we get into studying. And when this show's over, I bought some rum at, what is it called? Wine. I forgot what it's called. Wine and More. Not Beverages and More. Some kind of wine store, but they got everything in there. I got a couple different bottles of rum. I got some of that Flor de Cana, 18-year-old. Oh, not an 18-year-old, but although, never mind. No comment. I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. I was like that. Not anymore. Okay, before I get myself in trouble, let's get going here. Before everybody thinks I'm a creeper, let me just shut the hell up. Now, what we got going on in South America, take it way back. Now, remember, Ripple comes out in 2012. In 2013, all of a sudden, there's a bank called New Bank. NU Bank. And eventually, Warren Buffett gets mixed up in this thing. And New Bank, eventually gets into cryptocurrency and does the full Monty, right? Okay. they're moving money around, crypto and stuff and all that. And then all of a sudden now they're applying for a banking license in the United States. All these years, hooking up all in South America, all of becoming South America, all of Mexico, South America, everything, Latin and Caribbean and all that. Buy LA coin, getting all that network shit hooked up down there. Now all of a sudden, they want to go to America. Now that's very interesting, isn't it? We're going to get into how did all this happen. Now, I'm going to show you a portion. I can't get into a history lesson, explain how all this happened. It would take hours and hours. I'm going to give you the short version because after the show, and that's for show, I've got a couple different bottles of rum and I have real Coke in the fridge. Oops, I meant Coca-Cola. So I'm going to have some rum and Coke. Hoo-wee. Coca-Cola, it's in a bottle. I'm talking about Coca-Cola in a bottle, not Coke. Although it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a little... Just kidding. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs alone. Make sure you have your little Narcan kit with you or whatever it's called. Just you gotta have one of those, just in case somebody else kind of overdoses on some kind of codeine or maybe have some kind of heroin or something in the house just by accident. Weirder things have happened. Trust me. One time I woke up and there was like a midget and a stripper there. Whoops, never mind. That wasn't me. That was my friend. Oh, God. I'm trying to have some fun. Crypto Hog, that's a weird kind of fun. But I like your style, buddy. Okay. New wins a conditional approval for a U.S. national bank charter. It don't look like they're going to be a trust bank to me. It looks like they're doing the full Monty, like real for real bank, okay? That's something that Ripple's not even doing. Let's read this right here because this is really, really interesting. Why is this bank, all these other countries are trying to come in to the United States all of a sudden? Are you seeing this? Every fucking day now, right? The past 2 weeks, every fucking day, a new bank, a brand new bank wants to be a trust charter or a trust bank and all, but not this one. Oh, they want to have a national bank charter and they're dealing with the Federal Reserve. Whoa. That takes some cojones, chicharrone. Right here. Digital financial services giant, new, that's for new bank, received conditional approval from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. They control all the banks to establish a new national bank in the United States. Everybody, it's coming. Look, I'm telling you, if you can swing it, get a loan. If your budget's $200 a month, then get a loan and just keep paying that $200 a month. These banks are coming in. I'm just showing you right now. I have never seen so many banks just pouring in. What are they getting ready for? Can somebody please put it in the comments? What the fuck are all these banks trying to do? They just want to become a bank to become a bank. Why the fuck all of a sudden now are all these banks coming in? I need to see an answer in there, please. Something intelligent. RY Steelers fan. Hulk, I direct message you on Instagram. Okay, get in touch with Crypto She-Hulk. Because I'm on Instagram every day and I'm not seeing shit. Let me take a look. You might not be on the right Instagram. You're probably talking to some kind of creeper. Where's the Instagram at? Yep, I go over my Instagram every fucking day. The Instagram that you need to go to is at the Crypto Hulk 2025, all in lowercase letters. At the Crypto Hulk 2025. That's where I'm at. If I go to the comments page, not seeing nothing. I don't have. Now, if you go to my X page, then it's at Crypto Hulk 19. It's all one word, capital C for Crypto Hulk, capital H for Hulk 19, all one word. You could message me there, and then I'll go up and I'll look through. There's Hubba Bubba, Star-Lord's dad, sent me a message just earlier. We got a request section. John Gledhill, hello, Crypto Hulk. I'm one of your $10 YouTube members. Wanted to let you know about something that was interesting. I live in Maine, went to a restaurant last night. We saw a sign that said low on cash. Didn't think much of it. Went to the grocery store and saw self-checkout, no cash, no card only. Thank you, John. But I'm not seeing, who is this now? Steelers fan? I'm not seeing Steelers fan. So here is my, what is that again? At Crypto Hulk 19, the capital C and the capital H. The others are lowercase 19. That's how you get a hold of me. Let's try it again. I'm going to move on with the show. If we don't get in touch in the next 24 hours, send me another message. I'll figure out what the fuck's going on. But I check my shit like 10, 15 times a day. Okay. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. My brother was a Steelers fan growing up as kids. We got Abzel Maldonado. Late fee. Sorry for being late. I'll just call you Maldonado because I could say that without a problem. Okay. Banks are going to be the new crypto exchanges, says Daniel Garcia. John says the new banking system will buy up the old ones for pennies on the dollar. So let's continue with our article here. Digital financial services giant Nubank received conditional approval. The new entity will be known as Nubank, N.A. represents a significant milestone in the company's long-term strategy to expand its operations footprint beyond its core Latin American markets. This is my opinion. Ripple came in to this Latin America area around 2013-14. And Nubank was that bank that's hooked up with the Brazilian government. Ripple has an office in Brazil, in the capital. Ripple met with the Federal Bank of Brazil. And I believe they've been chummy ever since. Let me continue with this, but this is all Ripple in my opinion. The crypto that deals with banks, that's Ripple. The national bank charter will eventually allow Nubank to operate under a federal framework, facilitating the launch of deposit accounts, credit cards, lending, and digital asset custody in the U.S. While the company remains focused on its primary markets in Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia, according to founder David Velez. This step provides an opportunity to provide the global viability of a digital-first, customer-centric banking model. The United States operation will be led by Cristina Junqueira, who has relocated to the U.S. to oversee the bank's development. Nubank has entered the bank operation phase, which requires the company to satisfy specific OCC conditions and secure pending approval from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and the Federal Reserve. Regulatory requirements dictate that the company must fully capitalize the institution within 12 months and open the bank within 18 months. They applied for a license September 30th, 2025. So they have 18 months to have that damn bank open. New bank is Sao Paulo, Brazil. That's St. Paul. And that's just where Ripple has a headquarters. What a coincidence. I'm sure it's just that. They have 127 million customers. That's almost half the size of the United States. I think it might be half the size of the United States. That's pretty fucking amazing. They have revenue of $4.2 billion. Not too bad. They have a 39% increase year over year. That's really fucking good. I'd like to make 40% more money every year. That would be brilliant. Now, let me check the comments, and I'll get into the deep dive. Josh Walters says, considering taking one of those credit cards and max that shit. That's what I do. I'm not concerned. Just look, figure out your monthly payment, what you can afford to pay, and then just set it at that. Worst comes to worst, bad situation, the economy crashes, you lose your job, this and that. I didn't pay my credit cards off. I just filed a bankruptcy or just fuck it, right? So that's just how some people do things. I'm not telling you to do anything, of course. You get 10, 20 grand or something on a credit card, can't pay it, lose your job. When you go to court, you just show the judge, hey, I lost my job, I can't pay. And then that you can't just like quit your job because then the judge is going to get all pissed. But then again, if you show no assets, you're renting, your car's leased, this and that, they can't take shit from you. So they have to allow the bankruptcy to occur. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor. But I'm just telling you a story of something that I heard from somebody who told somebody else who told me. So that's hearsay, and that's not even admissible in court. So I can't even get in trouble for this shit. But yeah, what this one guy did, and I heard from a friend of a friend of a friend, he just, if he couldn't make the payments, then fuck it. He just filed a bankruptcy. Now, you got to have a good reason, and it helps. The judge will more than likely give you a bankruptcy if you can show hardship, you lost your job, you got laid off, nobody'd hire you or whatever. That's one way. Or you just got behind on payments and you just can't afford to pay it off. You can do something like that. And then you'll have all that crypto and nobody will even be able to take it from you. But don't do that. That would be illegal. I don't want to put that idea in your head. I would never, far be it from me to put that idea in your head. Now, what some people might do is try to have their kid, own the crypto account. And I don't know what the law is on children owning crypto, kids owning crypto. But then again, it's not in the United States Code. So it actually, crypto doesn't technically exist. So the child can then own the crypto. But don't do anything that would be illegal. I'm just giving you ideas because I'm so high on cocaine right now. I don't even know what I'm saying. Far be it from me. Love you, Crypto Hawk. Time to get high and make bad financial decisions. Banks are going to be the new crypto exchanges. Sounds about right to me. My bank won't let me buy crypto with my credit card. Right. You won't be able, you'll have to figure out a way around that. I can't tell you how to get your way around legally. But if you have MoonPay, Apple Pay, and these different things, some of them allows that money to go to crypto accounts. Yes. So you have to figure out a way to get around all that. Now what some people do, but don't do this, don't ever do this, is find somebody. Now, if I wanted to do something illegal, which I would never, ever, ever do, I would just find somebody I know that buys shit, right? And say, hey, I'll take care of your Costco for the next 2, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I got 10 grand I want to buy crypto with, but my credit card company won't let me. Can you buy my crypto and I'll buy you groceries for the next 5 months? There you go. I mean, come on, you guys. This shit's not that fucking tough. Don't do it. Don't do it. Jeffrey Gaylord, thank you very much for that, buddy. Appreciate that. Now let's get right into it here. Overview of Nubank. Nubank was founded in 2013. Seems kind of early, right? Okay. Where'd they get all this tech from? Grok is kind of like not really knowing too much. There's not really a lot of solid stuff. You get some Polygon in there, but like, look, let's stop. Let's just fucking stop with the dumb shit. We're dealing with banks and governments. This stuff is so secret about Nubank. Number one, Polygon don't have banking license. Polygon's not a money transmitter like Ripple. On and on. This is so fucking stupid. They're hiding this shit so bad, okay? I'll answer my own question. There is no fucking buddy on record helping Nubank, okay? You get some of these little, what do they say, Polygon, some dumb shit like that. What you do have is Sequoia Capital coming in, dropping millions. They're working on Pix. Pix is a delocal partnership with Ripple right there. I'll show you that evidence later. Look, there's no solid crypto. You got the Boston Consulting Group. That's another government hack group. There's government agents in that shit. You got Unibank, Unibanco. Itaú Unibanco is involved with Nubank. Itaú Unibanco, and I'll put Ripple. Okay, here's your evidence for that. You can look up yourself. Is Nubank partnered with Unibank? And your answer here, there's your evidence that Ripple adds Itaú Unibanco. So they're partners. And if you look it up, Nubank is partnered with this Itaú Unibanco right there. There's your evidence for that. Let's get back to the deep dive. Shit's too fucking easy. The connection is you got early investment. Goldman Sachs is there. Morgan Stanley, General Atlantic. And you got Pix integrated. I'm going to show you later. Pix and Ripple, they're partners right there. The Itaú Unibanco, that's Cristina Junqueira. Cristina Junqueira. She is one of the, she led consumer credit card products at Itaú Unibanco 2008 to 13. That's a Ripple partner. The chairman of Unibank came from Santander, which is a massive Ripple partner right there. You will not see Nubank officially partnered up with Ripple or stuff like that. What you're going to see are Ripple partners hooked up with Unibank. They're trying, okay, here's the deal. They're trying to make Nubank look like it's a Brazil business. They don't want to see gringos coming in running shit. Okay, that's how it works. And plus, Ripple is not a real company. It's more of a government agency. Ripple provides software, so they're still using Ripple software. I'll name the companies, but you got Sequoia Capital again hooked up in here. Capital One Banks mixed in with this. Andreessen Horowitz is Mark Andreessen is an official partner of this new bank. Now, I'm surprised Warren Buffett's name's not in this. Grok fucked up. But Grok's, I think Warren Buffett only owned about 30%. But anyhow, I'm just shocked how in the Grok deep dive, Grok doesn't even say Warren Buffett's involved in this. So I'm going to have to start cussing at Grok when this show's over. So you stupid fucking bitch. What? Crypto? What? Nothing. I was just reciting a line to a movie. That's all. I don't normally talk like that in real life. Now there's something called NewCoin. That's a Polygon-based loyalty token is attached to this. So NewCoin and Nubank, Now, the new coin thing, that came out in 2023, so that's like late. It's not early. I asked Grok for the early shit, 2013 to 18. That's all I want to know is who started the shit off. And it gave me like nothing. That's how I know like something's not right. How do you end up having 150 or 127 million customers and then you can't show how your company started? That's bullshit right there. I'm not even believing that shit. And then in Brazil, I'm sorry, but that's not like the richest high-tech place in the world. No offense, but it's not Silicon Valley or Zug, Switzerland. How the fuck does all this shit come out of Brazil and they don't have all the techniques? Man, this is total bullshit right here, okay? But I'm going to show you who's all connected. Let's just go through this. Oh, January 26, January 21, 2026, Nubank hooks up with Mercedes AMG as official team partners. Oh, very cool. January 13, look at all the stuff's happened in January. Number one, January 29th, they get an approval from the OCC to be a bank. About a week ago, they hooked up with Mercedes AMG to have an official partnership. Also in January, customers saved. Nubank was now the largest private financial institution in Brazil. All this shit happened just in January right now. New coin evolution. So their coin launched in 2023 and the price surged 2,000%. Then they found out there's way too much volatility, so they shifted from having a crypto asset coin to points to curb volatility. So they started giving out points instead of money. Let's see here. Other governments involved. Nubank's been regulated in Brazil by the government since 2016. In Mexico, by 2025, it got approved. Colombia, the government got involved in 2023. Got Tiger Global in here. We've learned about them. Berkshire Hathaway. There we go. Buffett. Partnerships. What's the use case? New coin, a primarily use case is loyalty rewards program to boost customer engagement and retention. Users earn tokens via debit credit card for spending, crypto purchases, etc. Tokens can be frozen to level up for benefits. Now, who are the partnerships of Nubank? Polygon Labs, Paxos, Circle, Talos, Lightspark, Hyperplane, Wise Platform, that's TransferWise, Felix Pago, Claro que sí, Shellbox, NASDAQ's involved, already hooked up in the stock market, huh? Boy, that was quick. MasterCard, IFC, which is like a bank, Itaú, Unibank, Mercedes, Uber, Food, and then Shopee. Let's go down here. I did a little background creeper action on Edward Wilby and Cristina Junquera Carrera, and then Armando Herrera. Let's see. Let me do a little quick scan of their. Okay, Edward Wibble is his name. He's a chief technology officer. He's like a David Schwartz. He was there from 2013 to 2021. So good 7-8 years. Nothing much special about him. Okay, Christina Junqueira. She's the one who worked at Unibank. Unibank, that is Brazil's largest private bank also, and she worked there. That's a Ripple partner. The Boston Consulting Group. There's got to be government agents set up in that thing. She works at that place too, or at least is a consultant. She's recognized as Latin America's top female fintech leader. Armando Herrera. He spent 14 years at American Express, massive Ripple partner. They were there from day one. American Express was there all the way at the 2014 Ripple Interledger Protocol, where Ripple's Codius was injected into the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web Consortium. New bank. MasterCard's involved. April 2004. So they were there from day one. Ripple and MasterCard had a card where you could use XRP and shit. So MasterCard's tied in with Ripple. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is that they're not direct partners that we know of. Nubank is not a direct partner that we know of. Nubank doesn't have David Schwartz going over there helping them that we know of, okay? That's what I'm saying. But MasterCard, we know, is a Ripple partner, and MasterCard has Ripple technology to have a interoperable card and all that shit. So what? They're not going to use it on Nubank? That would be fucking stupid. Of course they are. Sequoia Capital's involved. Tiger Global. Founders Fund. That's Peter Thiel. Founders Fund is PayPal. PayPal brings in all of the fucking Visa shit, and Visa bought Currency Cloud and Earth. That's all Ripple as well. So that Founders Fund shit with Peter Thiel. Sequoia. Okay, now we know Tencent is involved. Tech giant. Tencent is a fintech and a tech investor. Let me show. Now, let's take a break with the deep dive. Let me show you a couple of articles. The first one right here, Wine and More. Maybe that's the name of it. Wine. I can't remember. It's something with wine and something or other. It's one of those nice stores, not the shitty ones, but this is a really, really nice place. Here's your first article here. Latin America's first Ripple gateway, right there. When was this? June 2014. Launched by e-payments provider AstroPay, Ripple Latam. They will serve Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, and more. Everybody, we got Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Mexico, Peru, Uruguay, all this. They're using Ripple's technology. Here's the article right there. 12 years ago, everybody. This evidence is right here. Ripple is all down there, the same as Nubank. You're going to tell me Ripple, who specializes in banks and cross-border payments, didn't once work with Nubank? That would be a bullshit right there. You're going to tell me Nubank, knowing that Ripple has been there since 2014, oh, they're not going to use the XRP ledger. Bullshit, okay? Next article. Same thing, but here's Ripple's second gateway. Who knows how many gateways Ripple has down in Latin America? There's two. Here's your second one. Latin America's latest Ripple gateway launches in Brazil. What does it say here? With the launch of the country's second Ripple gateway. When is this? September 2014. This one's June. The first one's June. Then July, August, 3 months later, another gateway. That's almost one gateway every 45 days. That's a new gateway. Let me ask you a question. How many gateways are all over Brazil? And you're going to tell me Nubank's not using them? That's so fucking stupid. That's what Grok will say. Oh, there's no evidence of them being used. Grok is so fucking stupid. All these AI. Now, I did a show, and that's for show. A while ago, if you're interested, this is the Brazil show. It has all the information in it. It's absolutely fascinating. My Brazil show lasted 1 hour and 5 minutes. I did the show 4 months ago. So if you want to learn more about Brazil, then there you go. Let me click out of that. Here is a short little, how long is it? 1 minute, 36-second video I did on Brazil. And this was, I think, a couple years back. Now, on this short little video I did, if you go to the 10-second mark, you'll see that they're talking about a company named dLocal. Lowercase d, capital L, all one word, dLocal with a capital L, O-C-A-L. It becomes a what? A payments transaction initiator, enabling it to access Brazil's new, this is a new open banking initiative. Do you see this? This is 2023. This is about almost 3 years ago. Open banking in Brazil. You notice how America doesn't have that? But we already talked about that, right? That is Fidelity. And their secret is they already have open banking since 2018, and they've already hooked it up in America. They just haven't let it rip yet. That's a Crypto Hawk exclusive. So you've got dLocal is already considered by the government as a payments transaction initiator. They're talking about e-wallets. They've already got all this done. They're talking about PIX. And then dLocal's right in this. This license, so dLocal has a license equivalent to the European e-money issuer license. It allows dLocal to accept deposits, which is money, from the public e-wallets and participate in PIX. Ripple partner dLocal is involved with PIX, moving money around instantly. Here's your evidence right there on my show. So that Brazilian PIX thing, that's got Ripple technology in it because of dLocal. If you go to the 36-second mark, same video, 36-second mark. Let me read this to you. Blockchain-powered payments into South America will be available to RippleNet members through dLocal. Ta-da! There you go. So that's the proof that they're a Ripple partner. If you look also on the 36-second mark, you'll see a bank called BEX, B-E-X-S. Next word's Banco. BEX Banco, B-A-N-C-O. That's also a Ripple partner, and they'll also be involved in the PIX system. So Ripple's very, very much into PIX. So just because if you've got Nubank, you know they're using PIX. And if they're using PIX, Nubank's running on XRP. They don't need to have a relationship with XRP for that, okay? I'm going to You already have that article. Next, let's look here. So now we talked about Brazil a lot. Now I asked Nubank. Nubank's holding was founded in 2013 in Brazil, 127 million customers. DLocal, RipX, AstroPay, Ripple Latin America have varying degrees of connection to Nubanks, primarily through fintech partnerships in payments and cross-border services. Direct relationships exist with DLocal. Nubank has a direct relationship with DLocal, not with Ripple, but we already know DLocal and Ripple are partners, and DLocal is a part of the PIX system, which means DLocal is utilizing XRP. Now, the Nubank leadership has working relationships with BEX, BEXS, the BEX Banco. His name is David Velez. He works with Sequoia Capital, and BEX is mixed up in that. Cristina Junqueira, we already talked about. She used to be a Itaú Unibank executive. We know that's Ripple. Edward Wibley, he's their chief technology officer. He built, listen to this, so Nubank, what's Nubank built with? Let Crypto Hulk tell you. Nubank is built indirectly with NewPay and BEX, BEX Banco, that's Ripple partner, and DLocal. Okay, Nubank's tech is built with BEX and DLocal, Ripple partners right there, okay? And of course, they're using the new coin right now, utilizing Polygon. And how does that work? Well, when you're running with XRP and the XRP ledger with BEX Banco and DLocal, then you have an interoperable blockchain, don't you? So that's how Polygon can work, because it's running on BEX and DLocal, which is the XRP ledger. Okay. Now, Nubank also is a partner of what we call Remessa, capital REMESSA, Remessa Online. Remessa Online is a Ripple partner in 2021 for international transfers. So this whole NewPay, we don't have right now the official relationship with Ripple, but it's working with all these Ripple partners that are utilizing Ripple and XRP to get all the shit done. So they're using Ripple. Okay. We've got, never mind. So we've got DLocal and BEX. They have confirmed Ripple integrations since 2021. That's where they can come out and tell everybody. Now, earlier we saw Tencent. Tencent was a partner of Nubank. Let me show you what Tencent is. That's the Chinese. Like Ripple China. There's your Ripple China timeline. On June 27, 2013, the Ripple China Trading Center was launched, and users can recharge through Alipay, which is Alibaba, and TenPay, which is 10 cents. So you already have a working relationship from 2013 with the Chinese through Ripple China. And if you take it back to Nubank, you got Nubank came out in 2013. They're a partner of 10 TenPay, which is Ripple right there. So there's like really, really good evidence right here. Cryptoholic Channel gives you nothing but the best as far as evidence. Now we're talking about Latin America. There was also a company that helped Nubank get everything going, and it's called Ripple Latam. Let me show you that. Nobody else has this one. This one is hard to find. It's pretty crude. But look at the very bottom left corner. Copyright 2013, Ripple Latam. That's the only thing I can find about Ripple Latam. Remember, this is very, very beginning. Ripple Latam was probably a Ripple type secret company. They went into Brazil, they hooked people up, and then the company kind of shut the doors and closed up, okay? I'm able to find out how Ripple pulled this off. It's through a little company called Ripple Latin America. Ripple is based on a new virtual currency, XRP. With Ripple Latam, you can load money and send it to individuals anywhere in the world. It's your money. Send it to whoever. With Ripple Latam, you can deposit money and have it available to transfer to buy Bitcoins or XRP. They're calling it the new virtual currency. What's currency? A government money. That's what currency is. It's government money. So they were already using XRP back in 2013 in Brazil. This is your evidence right there. So we're at 47 minutes. Let me check here. RipX. Yeah, yeah, RipX was another gateway. I'm not going to show this. I've kind of shown it before. But RipX was another way back in 2014 that Ripple was in Brazil hooking up banks and stuff. I've shown RipX before. It's a gateway. And it's in those articles. I gave you the two Brazilian articles right there, and they talk about RipX. Okay. Let me check the last bit of questions, and then I got maybe one article left before I start drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Michael Gilbert says, 5 years, almost. We like fam here. I think we are, says TJ. Family reunion. What if the cost of everything goes up alongside the crypto taking off? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, when these banks get licensed, they're going to get all set up. I don't think it's going to be look, it's not going to be one, XRP's at $3 today. Up tomorrow, XRP's $4. Up next day, XRP's $6. The next day, $7, $8. It's not going to be like that. Because you know why? A fucking chimpanzee investor would see a 45-degree line. And if that shit goes on for more than 1-2 days, everybody's dogpiling into that shit, okay? That's not going to happen. What you have to do is while everybody's fearful and afraid and there's blood in the streets, you got to go get that shit with a fucking loan and just load the fuck up in it. That's what I do. I don't care what everybody's doing. I buy based on utility and the information I find. I don't give a fuck what the news says. I don't even listen to news. You know who I give a fuck about? Myself and what information I find. That's how I know. All this whole time when I bought gold, I fucking dogpiled into gold. It was about a year and a half ago when gold hit 2,000 an ounce. And all the dumb motherfuckers are like, oh, I'm priced out. I can't buy gold. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to wait for it to go down to $1,700. I'm going to wait for gold to go back to $1,600. Then I'm going to buy it. You're so fucking stupid. What happens? $2,000 gold hits. I buy a fuck ton of it. And then it goes up to $5,300 an ounce. Oh, that's how I do it. There was dumbasses at this workout gym. These older guys, stupid fucks, useless as dog shit. And they're like, oh, I sold all my gold off at the top. And they felt all proud and shit. They were buying gold at $1,000, like $1,200 an ounce. So that coin they made $800 on. They were buying gold at $1,500. Oh yeah, I'm going to buy all this gold. Then gold hit 2,000. Oh, I'm selling at the top. How do you feel now, dumbass? Hopefully they're watching the channel. How do you feel now, dumbass? Stupid motherfucker. I bought my shit at 2,000 and went up to 50. I made $3,200 on every coin. And on one of your coins, you made 800. What? That's fucking welfare money, dude. That's nothing. Oh, boy. We got a little, I don't know if you've been watching the news. I think I'll wrap it up. But let me do a little bit of comment. No more news right now. Let's talk about world events. And what do you think might happen? So we know crypto is kind of at a bottom. Maybe it goes even more down. Maybe. But guess what? It's got to go up. Look what I'm showing you. Right. Look what we went over today for about 50 minutes. How banks and crypto are now coming to America to have like a Federal Reserve real bank and then to sell crypto and all that shit. What do you see happening? I don't see crypto going away. I'm seeing some of the biggest banks of the world getting all set up for crypto. I don't know when that date is, but just like when I saw a $2,000 gold, I bought a lot of fucking gold because I already know where this ends up. I don't care if gold would have dumped to 17 or 1800. I don't fucking care. See, because I do my research. I trust me. I know how much time I put in. A lot of fucking time in this channel. I deep dive and look for connections. I know me. I don't listen to NBC. Sure as fuck don't listen to that stupid asshole Jim Cramer. I don't listen to him at all. I listen to Crypto Hulk, to tell you the truth. I do the research. I'm like, son of a bitch, that gold's at 2,000. I was telling on my channel back around May of 2020, gold's going to hit 10 to 12,000 an ounce. I was preaching that shit back then. I just read an article. Goldman Sachs says gold's going to hit $8,500. I'm like, I told you. And all these dumb motherfuckers, oh, I'm priced out of gold at 5,000. No, I'm priced out. No, you're fucking priced out of IQ points. That's what happened. When gold hits 15 to 20,000 bucks, your stupid ass will be like, oh man, I just didn't have the money back. That's why I get a loan, fucking tard. So why is Ripple and Jed in the Epstein files? Were there some scared folks? I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I know I can do. Mark says, Hulk, you crack me up. I can't stand society. No, so let's see. What I do is I do my own research, and I got Grok to double check with. I don't need any news channels. I don't need any other crypto channels. These people are fucking useless to me. I'm not saying they're useless. I'm just saying they're useless to me. I don't need to partner up with anybody online. I don't. It's a fucking hassle, a waste of my time, and way too much drama. I cause enough drama on my own. So it's like, what the fuck? I got me, myself, and I got you guys watching the program. I do my research. I report it to you. That's it. I don't need to collaborate with anybody. I got the best partner, Caleb Brown, who uses Fireblocks, and I got the Crypto Hulk lawyer. I'm covered, man. I just wake up every day at 5:30 and do my thing. Okay, that's what I do. Tell the guys at the gym they're fucked. Oh, yeah. Those dumb shits sold off all their gold thinking, oh, $2,000. It'll never go up. I'm like, well, you're so fucking. It's going to go to 12,000, you asshat. But I'm not telling people that shit, but they're just so fucking stupid. And they were so proud. And one guy's like, what do you do with gold when it goes up? Like, you can't buy anything with it. I'm like, did this asshat really just say that? Because I know if I had a gold coin, it's worth 20 grand. And I take 3 of those, I could probably go buy a pretty good old school Camaro or something like that, maybe 4 of them. So what the fuck is this guy talking about? These people are so fucking stupid. That's why I don't listen to nobody except me, okay? Please don't collab with anyone other than the Crypto Hulk lawyer and Caleb and Brown. There might be somebody else I might have to collaborate with. Probably a guy named Don Julio. If you're listening, you can always feel free to. Maybe another guy named Jack Daniels. You can always call me up. Crypto Hulk's more than willing to help you out with your cause. And there's a king, the King of France, Louis VIII, at 4,000 a bottle. You guys can always call up Crypto Hulk and say you want to collab, and I'll say, yeah, just throw in a fucking bottle of Louis VIII, and you'll be my best friend. So yeah, there's some people I'm going to collaborate with. Fuck yeah. And some other guy named Patron, that means boss. So if Patron, you want to call me up, we could probably collab. All right. I'm going to go. I got some Coca-Cola and some brand new rum calling my name. Just don't get your cheeks clapped. I won't be making the AM show. I'll get up, probably sleep in just a little if I, and then I'll go work out, cold plunge, and work on a PM show. So don't drink too much. Never drink and drive ever. Don't get in fights. If you feel like you're going to get pissed when you're drinking, get out of the house, take a walk, stay at a friend's house, but stay out of jail. Don't do anything stupid. Don't try to be a hero. Be a hero with how much crypto you're collecting and how you find out ways to get a loan or make arrangements with people to get your shit. That's what we're all here for. You better be here at the next show because I'll be here waiting for you. I'll see you then.